This is one of the most intriguing boats at the Cannes Boat Show. This is the world premiere of Pardo's GT75, and this is one of the most intriguing boats in terms of layout I think I've seen. It's incredible, and I'll explain to you exactly why when we go inside. They've done something with this that I've not seen done before on a 75-foot boat, and you are going to be surprised, I think. But we'll have a wander around in the usual way and take it all in. You can see here, Pardo GT75 world premiere. Now, it is a very, very busy boat, as you can imagine. You can see all the shoes here, so we're going to have to do the best we can with this, but it's worth persevering. There's a massive platform on the back here with huge lockers in it. These are neat. These are stern winches that retract flush into the deck. When you use them, you wind them up and use them, and then they retract back flush away again, which is great. There's also a huge garage in here. I think it'll take up to about a 3.9 metre tender, and there's a massive sun pad up on the top, as you can see. Let's work our way in and round. Drop balconies on this one, so this really extends the real estate here, as you can see if we come out onto here, just how wide this becomes. What a great space this is. And then up again, and we've got the cockpit and into the interior. This you're going to be amazed at. So what we've got here, huge seating area in the cockpit. There is an awning that extends out, as you can see, from the trailing edge of the hardtop. And then we've got the sliding doors here. We'll sneak in around these people and loop on in. Excuse me. There we go. And that is the interior. Now, the first thing you'll spot, or rather won't spot, is the galley. You can have the galley up here. They do various layout options, and I'll explain those. But this one has the galley down, and it works brilliantly. Wait until you see this. So what you end up with here instead is just a massive big social space. Look at it. This is great. Table folds out, of course. Storage dotted about the place everywhere, as you can see. That works very, very nicely. This is intriguing. The ceiling opens. It's got louvers that open, so you can really open this area out. And you've got side doors as well on both sides. So it makes this, although it's an internal area, it does make it feel like a sort of an inside-outside, beach house kind of vibe, isn't it? That table is height adjustable. And then here we've got things like a little sink, this little bar area basically. Bins are in here. The fridge, and another fridge. Helm position then dominates this forward end. Forward sloping windscreen, lift bolster seats. Fantastic. IPS, so we've got joystick control on here as well as the throttles, steering wheel, which we will centre. There we go. And then look at this floating pod here with the multifunction displays in. If I come around here, you can see it a bit better how that works. Check that out. That's pretty cool, isn't it? This one's got Garmin's surround camera system, so you can see here, this is actually a live view, like a helicopter view of the boat. It's very, very clever, and you can see people walking around on the outside. And you can see the side cameras here as well. Navigation, of course, and then the operating system for the whole boat is on here as well. There we go. Right, let's head on down. There might be some people down here. But before we go down, I will explain that it's a 75-foot boat, so you know exactly what to expect on a 75-foot boat, and that is VIP cabin forward, a guest cabin on either side, owner's cabin at the back. Yeah? Okay. Let's go and have a look. There we go. It is nothing like that. What you have instead is just a massive kind of country kitchen. We've got some people here, so I'm going to be as discreet as I can in the filming. But yeah, look at this. This goes right the way across. Now, to be clear, you can have a cabin on either side if you want to. So you can have the 4-cabin layout. You can even choose to have one cabin here and keep the galley down, or you can choose to have a cabin on that side and keep this lower lounge area. But this, I think, is brilliant, because not everybody with a 75-foot boat is buying it to cram loads of people on. What some people are buying it for is just to have a really big, comfortable boat for weekending or for trips away on their own, perhaps with another couple. And so why do you want to be pushing 4 cabins around? Just because you've chosen a big boat. Dayheads is here. I'll stop waffling now, shall I? I like it though. I like the idea of it. I think it makes an awful lot of sense. So many of these big boats get used with just a couple and then maybe a couple of friends. So this is the same whatever layout you choose. Obviously you can then choose woodwork, you can choose flooring options. If you want carpet, you can have it, that kind of thing. TV is in here, obviously. I'm stating the obvious again, aren't I? Stop it. But yeah, nicely done, isn't it? Very nicely done. Massive wardrobes, look at these. So this cabin is completely as befits a 75-foot yacht. And so is the VIP. But they've just not filled it all up with cabins. Unless you want them, in which case spec them, not a problem. Ensuite for this one is in here. Mirror wave is just here. Nice big shower, double doors to it. And then, of course, the loo and the bidet just in behind there. There we go. Again, it's very light, it's very beach house, isn't it? It's a casual feeling boat. It's not formal. It's absolutely not formal, and I think that's great. Superb. Let's go and have a look at that forward cabin. And what's really, really helpful is those people are now moving on, so I can show you this in all its glory, which I'm pleased about, because this you just don't see. I think that's great. Why wouldn't you just have a whacking great lower living space to come down here an evening, chill out, have a few drinks, have a laugh with your friends? I just think that's brilliant. I'm so taken with that as an idea. Imagine up an evening, someone's cooking up a meal, you're all sat around here, you've got your feet up, TV down here as well, so it's a great movie area, rather than another 2 cabins, which 90% of the time you might not use. And don't get me wrong, if you're a family and there's 6 of you regularly, this isn't going to work. Well, then spec it with another cabin. But if it is, as is so often the case, quite often perhaps it'd be a slightly older couple, kids have grown up and moved on, got their own lives, they're boating on their own, just with a couple of friends occasionally. Why wouldn't you do this? Look at it. That is great. And this, obviously, is a fully functional kitchen, so a load of storage, your sinks down underneath here, twin sinks. Again, because you're not putting this up in the saloon, you've got masses of space. Miele cooking equipment about the place, big American style fridge freezer. Bins are in here. Must be a dishwasher somewhere, mustn't there? Oh look, crockery tucked away, all nicely secured. Fantastic. Aha. I'm on a quest for the dishwasher now, aren't I? What about this one? There we go. Another win for those dishwasher wages. I can't get enough of this, honestly. That just makes so much sense to me. You know, when I go boating, it is just normally like, you know, 2 couples or whatever else. Why lug around loads of extra cabins of people who aren't there? And look at this, you've actually got space now for a proper utility room. Gives and gives, doesn't it? Now you could argue, well, if you only need 2 cabins, why buy such a big boat? But a lot of people want the comfort of a big boat. They want the space that you've got on deck, they want the big areas, they want the sea keeping. So yeah, a lot to be said for that. Let's go forward. Sorry, I get a bit giddy about that area, aren't I? So that's your VIP cabin. Again, exactly as you'd expect, and whatever layout you choose, this is what you get. So the cabins on either end are fixed. The centre, you can spec how you choose. 4 cabins, 3 cabins, or this one, which is the 2 cabin. Hanging wardrobe there, drawers and storage and so forth along here. Bit of shelving. Stop opening things. Come on. Another hanging locker just here. There we go. I like the way that a lot of these are going away from the push catches now. They're putting things like this in. So rather than the old click click pull click click, you just do that. And then en suite, of course, in here. Again, really good size as you'd expect. Shower, loo, bidet. or bidet and loo, I should say. That's superb, isn't it? Okay, let's go and have a look around the decks. There's also the engine space to show you. There's also a crew cabin. But I am going to pause just for a minute, just have another quick look at this.
What time do we gotta check out the room?
Brilliant, let's press on. Okay, we've got a lot of the circuit breakers and so forth are here, they're easy to reach. And then we can come right on around. We've got more people on board, so we'll head out this way. Pop-up cleats, and look, they put little stainless steel fillets on here and here. You can see how that works. Look how the rope's going over there. It's not chafing on the GRP, because that's what that little stainless steel fillet is for. If we head on forward then, another brilliant lounge area up here. And again, this goes back to what I'm saying. You might be buying a boat of this size because these are the sort of spaces that you want, rather than because you want a load of cabins. I don't know why other people aren't doing this. Perhaps I'll start. This is a nice space, isn't it? We've got fridges down underneath here. We've got stereo speakers, as you can see, dotted all the way around, so we have a bit of music up here. These are freestanding, so as you can see, you can have them back here and lie facing forward. You can put them up there. You can move them forward just a little bit and have extra seating here. And then this comes out of the forward end of the overhang there. And in fact, another thing to show you is up there is a tilting section, so again, airflow through the boat. Fabulous. Let's go right up onto the bow. A couple of things to show you up here. So firstly, anchor handling kit. Now this one has got the plumb bow, the vertical bow. So the anchor handling kit is very similar to the one that we can see over here, where the anchor comes out of that section in the front. So it's completely concealed until you use it. And then that section rises up, it extends out, and it drops down. So that is what all this mechanism down here is for. But the other thing that we've got here is there is a small overflow cabin just here. Let's have a quick wander down and see what we've got. I've not been into this one. There we go. Okay, so this is just like a little crew cabin basically. So we've got twin bunks here, and then we've got the loo in around here. There's a door, of course, to close this off. It wouldn't be very pleasant otherwise, would it? And then around here, the sink, and there is a separate shower down here as well, which is nice. So it's not a wet room, it's a proper separate shower. That's a perfectly usable space. It's probably not going to be a sort of a full-time crew kind of boat. You could do, of course, and that's what this is for. But my guess is a lot of these will be owner-operated, and this will be used as an overflow cabin. And certainly, if you're going with that two-cabin layout, then you know you've got a couple of maybe a son and daughter-in-law come down, and they brought some grandkids. You know, then you've got a little bit of extra space up there. That kind of thing, I think, is what I get used for. This is these pop-out cleats, so they just raise up and you can put your lines around them. There we go. Right. Somebody else is getting a tour. There we go. Okay, let me take us back. Try and avoid filming these people. They're going around that side, so we'll carry on around this side. And I'm going to show you this area again, because we can see this a bit better now. There we go, that's those louvres in the ceiling that open, and that's that opening section that I pointed out when we were on the outside. I'm going to have to go and look at it again. Honestly, I just like the idea, you know, it's an evening. I know how we use our boats. We go out, we have a great time, we're swimming, we're having fun, and in the evening we go into a marina and we all collect on someone's boat and just hang out together. This is the ultimate hangout zone, isn't it? Oh, brilliant. Let's go look at the engines. Okay, I'm going to take you this way now. So we're slightly dodging people, but also I haven't shown you this side of the boat. Wine cooler. And then quite nice deep side decks actually, aren't they? You can see they're recessed quite nicely into the boat, and then you've got this top rail for a bit of extra height. And I reckon this comes out, you know. I reckon, yeah, look at that. So you've got the extra height if you want it, but if you want the style, then you can take those out and have it sort of flush along the top there. And in fact, these as well, these are designed, these are for the fenders, and when you want to take the fenders off, you just push that button there in, and the whole thing just lifts completely out, like that. Now I've got to try and get it back in one-handed, hang on. Two hands needed. There we go. We're back. Oh, that's so smooth, wasn't it? Let's go and look at those engines. We can look at this a bit better now as well. So we are working around people on this show, or on this boat at this show, I should say, because it's going to be a popular boat, this one. These are gates that close across at the back here. And then again, we've got the balcony on this side, giving us that extra real estate. Right. Engines then, they are over here. That table is a fixed height by the looks of it, but it does fold up that way. And we'll come right on round, and we will lift. Here we are, this one here. Let's put that one right over. There we go. Okay, let's see what powers this incredible beast. Here we go. Engines, and there are 3 of them. Look at this. Now you've a choice of engines in here. You've got IPS 1350s, which this one's got, or IPS 1000 I think you can have as well. All triples, all IPS. Now these are 1,000 horsepower each. If you go for the IPS, well, IPS 1050 is the other engine option, and they're 800 horsepower each. But with these engines, you're looking at a mid 30 knot top end, about 35 knots, cruising therefore at 30. So fast boat, and range at that sort of speed about 350 nautical miles. Has ever dropped that right back to the spacing speeds, you'll probably triple that and get up more towards 1,000. Don't have the figures, but that's pretty typical for this style of boat. There we go. Not bad height, considering that we've got the tender garage directly overhead. Generator is over here. And this one, I think I'm right in saying, is a gyro stabilizer in the centre. And then there's another generator on this side, and there is the Glendinning cable handling system. So this is the shore power cables coming from the back of the boat, and what they do is you push a button, you can wind them in and out, and they wind into these bins like this. Makes shore power cable handling a lot easier, because on this size boat you get real thick chunky cables compared to smaller boats. Batteries are back there, you can probably just about see those, and that's about it. There we go. Let's pop that one back down. Let's put that back as we found it. See how they labelled exactly what the cushion is, because if you've got a whole stack of these, then trying to figure out where they will go can sometimes be a challenge. That helps enormously. Right, we normally finish up on the bow, don't we? We're not going to though. You know where we're going to finish up, don't you? We're going to finish up right here and tuck ourselves in a corner. If only I had a good book with me. This is what I'm talking about. Can you imagine being here with your friends, somebody cooking up a meal? I know I keep going on about it, but just why has no one done this before? Why are people not buying boats like this? I hope they start when they see this. I hope people really go for this. I would. I think that's great. So there we go. Massive thanks to Argo Yachting. They set up this tour. Massive thanks to Pardo, of course, for facilitating it as well. Huge thanks as ever to you for watching it. Let me know what you think of that. I'm really intrigued to hear what you think of this layout. As I say, 4-cabin layout, that's available. You can certainly have that if that's what you need. But if you don't, I think it makes a lot of sense. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.